Hello out there and welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time that I've posted a video and I'm really sorry for that, but now I'm back. And I texted with some people from home and I saw that not a lot of people know what's going on here right now and where I am. A lot of people ask me, are you home yet? What are you doing? So I thought it's time for a little question and answer video. I asked you guys on Instagram if you have any questions and I'm gonna read them out and I'm gonna give you my answers to that. And thank you for everybody who sent me a question, and I would say let's go! So the first question is, what are you doing in the US? I'm still an au pair. I moved to New York to a new family. I extended for a whole year. And yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. The second question was, when are you coming home? My year ends in the middle of August and then I could travel for 30 days and I definitely want to travel after I'm done with my year. But my new family doesn't need me that long, so I have the chance to go home earlier because I also have the chance to travel earlier. It will basically be like end of July or middle of August. The third question is, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, I have to say. At the beginning I was kind of homesick, to be honest, because like I had to leave all my friends from Virginia. Some friends already went back to Europe. Then I have my family in Europe. I have my friends in Europe. My boyfriend is up in Boston, so it's kind of spread out. Like I didn't have anybody here in New York, and the community here is not really big, so there are not a lot of au pairs, but meanwhile, I really got to connect with some of the au pairs really good, so I found some new friends and now I'm doing really good, and I'm happy to be here, and so I'm happy to continue my experience here. The fourth question was, if you could start over as an au pair, would you change something? I think I would definitely change some little things, like taking a little bit more time at the matching process at the beginning, because in my first family I really loved my family, but the problem was that I just had 1 weekend off per month, so I couldn't travel as much as I wanted to. But I have to say, for the fact that I just had 1 weekend off, I traveled a lot. Even though I could have traveled more when I had like my 1.5 days off. I could have done day trips that I didn't do a lot. That's also something I kinda regret. Sometimes as an au pair you forget that what you're experiencing here is temporary and that it's over after 1 or 2 years. So you should get more outside and meet people and explore the city and explore the area where you are, and just watch a little bit less Netflix and just go outside and meet new people. That's something that I mean, I met a lot of people in Virginia, but I should have gone outside a little bit more. Also, I should have taken more pictures and more videos because it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and yeah, those are things I would probably change, but it's not like something big. It's just like the small parts that I would change. So the fifth question was, how do you feel about extending and do you regret it? I definitely don't regret it. At the beginning when I was homesick, I was feeling like, are you sure you want to do that for another whole year? But now I'm really happy that I extended for a whole year, because some friends that I met here are also here for the same time, or one of my friends extended for half a year, so she is kinda ending her year at the same time as I did. And I extended it because I had the feeling that I didn't experience what I wanted so far, and that I just wanted to travel more and experience more traditions, go to a football game and all that stuff. And so I'm happy that I'm with this family right now because they have another religion that I have, so I can get to know new traditions from them. And I also already went to a football game with them, and I have the feeling this is gonna be a great year with them, so I'm gonna experience a lot of different stuff with them. The sixth question was, what will you miss the most about being an au pair? It will definitely be all the traveling, all the new people that I met. I will miss my 2 host families a lot, and I will also miss like to get to know so many new experiences and so many new traditions. But I think there are 2 things I will miss the most. First is the really spontaneous traveling. So it's not really common where I'm from that you say, okay, I'm off for the weekend, let's go on a spontaneous trip just for the weekend. And here for me it's normal that I know I will be off on the weekend, but I have no idea where I'm going. So it was pretty common that we just said, okay, let's plan a trip like 2 or 3 days before we went on a trip, and that's what I'm definitely gonna miss. And also I will miss how easy it is to connect with people here because we are all going through the same experience. If you talk with someone about your au pair life, they all know what you're talking about, and it really doesn't matter where you're from, how old you are, how good your English is or anything. And that's what I love the most about this right now. So the next question is, who is your bestie here? Thank you for the question. The girl that asked me the question knows exactly that she's one of those girls. I don't want to call names, but I found a few girls that I really like. So there are some girls from Austria, and a girl from the Netherlands, a girl from New Zealand, and a girl from Brazil. Yeah, I'm really happy that I met all of those girls and that I could connect with them, and I'm really happy to have those girls in my life now. So the last question is, to which places and countries have you been?
I went to 13 states in the US so far. Let's start with Massachusetts. I went to Boston a couple of times for some sightseeing and to see my boyfriend who currently lives there. Then I went to Connecticut to the cities Hartford and New Haven. Right now I live in New York State, but of course I've done a lot of sightseeing in the city also before I moved here, and I went to trips to Buffalo, the Niagara Falls, and I went on a camping trip to Harriman State Park. In summer I went to Atlantic City in New Jersey. Last year I did some trips to Pennsylvania. The first time I went there was to Philadelphia, and the second time I went on a road trip to Pittsburgh and to Columbus, which is in Ohio. If you want to see videos of that, you can find the link to these in the info box. The next state, Delaware, was just a drive-through and a bus break state for me, but I set my foot on the ground so many times, so it counts for me. Maryland was my neighbor state in my first au pair year. I went to see Baltimore, National Harbor, and so on. My whole last year I spent in Virginia, where I also visited the Shenandoah National Park, Richmond, and Virginia Beach. Between Christmas and New Year's Eve, I went on a ski trip to West Virginia with my first host family, and it was so much fun. In January, I went on a road trip to the University Triangle in North Carolina. One of my 2 weeks of vacation I spent in Florida with Lisa, my sister Melanie, and her boyfriend Stefan, who came to visit me for 2.5 weeks. We went to Orlando, Key West, the Everglades, Miami, and Miami Beach. And my last state I went so far is Arizona, where I went to see Phoenix and the Grand Canyon, which was just breathtaking.
So I've been to Canada, but not for a long time. It's just been for like 2 hours because we went to the Canadian side of the Niagara Falls, but I'm looking forward to my trip that I'm doing in a few weeks to Canada. And my second week of vacation I spent in Brazil with my boyfriend because he's from there, and I got to know his friends and family, and it was a really good trip, and I'm already looking forward to go back there. Thanks for watching this video. I hope I could answer all of your questions. If you have any more questions, just comment below or text me your questions. And I'm sorry that it took me so long for a new video, but now I'm back, and I wish you all a wonderful day and see you soon.